Plush Trap glares at the player from these inaccessible rooms in FNAF Help Wanted. But what? The opening cut. In Help Wanted's Night Terrors minigame, Nightmarian's tentacles can appear in several locations. We can't usually see where they come from, but here we can have a closer look. Each set of tentacles can be found out of bounds, where they will enter and exit the map throughout the night. In Help Wanted's In Secret of the Mimic confronts us during our escape, but ultimately gets hit by a fallen catwalk. But what happens to the Mimic as they fall? If we take a look under, we'll see that they just hover above molten hot metal below us indefinitely. In Secret of the Mimic, Sleepy Moon has multiple costumes paired with them, despite supposedly not being the Mimic itself. If we cycle through the costumes, we'll see that each of these suits will glow in the dark similar to Sleepy Moon, as the emissive materials don't swap. In Secret of the Mimic, the Mimic rolls the van from the outside with Arnold in it during one of the endings. Off camera, this looks pretty funny, as the Mimic is floating above the van with all the damaged parts, and then it strikes, sending it into a tumble. In Secret of the
Koala Kid is a monster!
In Secret of the Mimic hides in a pretty peculiar spot while waiting for our player in the house up on the hill. What you can't see during this ending sequence is that the Mimic will actually be waiting on the roof, ready to ambush. In the non-completionist endings to FNAF Secret of the Mimic, our character will be driving along the road escaping the facility. What the player can't see, though, is that outside our vehicle, we'll be dragging along broken pieces of our van that are used in the good ending. In the In Secret of the Mimic will emerge from a pile of trash during
Je peux créer n'importe quelle chanson avec ta voix. Enregistre simplement ta voix. Je m'occupe du reste.
In Secret of the Mimic will
Je peux créer n'importe quelle chanson.
In Secret of the Mimic will emerge.
Je peux créer n'importe quelle chanson.
In Secret of the Mimic will emerge from a pile of trash during the ending, as it becomes an amalgamation. However, this is normally hard to see. So this is what it looks like up close as it climbs out, which is neat. In Secret of the Mimic, there's a set of trash animatronics running in this doorway when you first enter the house. However, they vanish instantly once you step inside. The reason for this is that they load in initially with the map, but later on will spawn in this same doorway to run at you during your escape. In Secret of the Mimic, there's a set of trash animatronics. In FNAF Secret of the Mimic, executing Parachute.exe at the end of the game loads an event underneath the map. However, the developers missed something. If the player looks outside the office near the door after the vent opens, you can see the vent areas loaded in over top the outside storage area. In Secret of the Mimic, Tiger Rock has multiple costumes paired with them, despite being a separate entity from the Mimic. If we cycle through the costumes, we'll find Captain Springlock, among others, and also the bird mascot we can locate at the end of FNAF Ruin. In Secret
JR7 Low, you're about to dread and it don't test you. Molly, dread and it don't test you. Low, you're about to dread and it don't test you. Molly, dread and it don't test you. Thank you. Low, you're about to dread and it don't test you.
In Secret of the Mimic, most players will know Tiger Rock will eventually catch you in the basement if you don't act quickly. But if you hack the game to leave the basement while Tiger Rock chases you, they will follow you out and hunt you down in other hallways and rooms. In Secret of the Mimic, most players will know Tiger Rock will eventually catch you in the In Secret of the Mimic, the game developers hid a secret jump scare knowing that most players would overlook it. Near the end of the game, we'll find this locker. There's no point in using this locker, given we're in a safe zone, and most players only use lockers when the Mimic is lurking. But if you open it, you'll be jump scared by a loud noise and this costume falling out. In Secret of the Mimic, the game developers hid a secret